Okay, let's go.
Warning, this show may contain adult language, questionable life choices, and unsolicited opinions.
You've been warned. Welcome to Sugar, Spice, and Bad Advice.
I'm Shannon.
And I'm Yvette.
Let's get messy.
Okay. We have a lot to get through.
A lot through.
We're going to try and get as much as we can because we've got a lot to catch up on for Love is Blind. We've already done episodes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And our last 2 episodes, you can check those out. But now we're going to go ahead and move on to 5 and 6, and then 7 and 8. Maybe we can try and squeeze because it's so much information. And we've got the weddings on the 7th, which we were shooting is the 6th.
Yes, so the weddings start tomorrow. So we need to catch up on those so we can, our next shoot, we can do the weddings.
Yes, we really need to like get on it. So get on it with us, okay?
Yep. Love is Blind.
Love is Blind, season 8, episode 5. Downloading now.
Yeah.
So first of all,
okay,
Joey and Monica, they're done. They're engaged.
Yes, they're engaged.
They're just waiting for their turn.
Yeah, they're just the goofy like
golden retrievers.
Yeah, they're just silly.
And then
Ben and Sarah,
they had their a little bit of like a I don't know.
I feel like I feel like they're so boring, but they're like super compatible.
They are. He does talk a lot about like his faith, and she's kind of like not really about that stuff, only because of the way she feels about her beliefs.
Yeah,
as far
her
as
beliefs.
Like her sister.
She's very into her
gay and she's very like social justice warrior for sure. And that was kind of like her a little bit of an ick because he didn't have a strong opinion either way.
Yeah, and she did not feel.
But he also like seemed like he did.
He was very open. He's very open
and accepting of everybody.
Yeah, and he was open to her beliefs and everything. Yeah. It was never that he had different ideas.
Yeah. So I think hopefully they can like get it together. I don't think she's talking to anybody else.
No.
And Ben was at one point. I think I only saw like a little bit of him talking to Monica, but that didn't.
Yeah, I think that anything.
So.
Then we have the
oh my gosh,
Alex and Madison.
And okay, I really liked him. I like him, but the thing is that he just got so much fear, and like I don't think he was really ready to be on the show because you have to be super vulnerable.
I thought he was very vulnerable. I thought that Madison was fucking around with his head though. I felt like she was just so like flighty, and I feel like he was more in it for the long run. You think
she was flighty?
I did.
I feel like he was flighty because anytime she would bring up something about her that didn't exactly seem like it was a red flag for him.
I think she was a fucking gigantic red flag. I loved her.
Also, we love her.
I love her. I relate to her the most. Still relate to her the most. But I felt like she was a fucking gigantic red fucking flag.
She was just very much.
I feel like she was too playful. It wasn't. I didn't feel like any of it was like exactly like real for her. I felt like she was everything. She was always constantly bouncing around and like.
I feel like it hit her at the end.
Yeah,
that's when it got real.
Yeah, well, because.
Well, okay, so
who do you want to talk about?
Let's just go into it. Let's go. So Madison was also talking to
Mason,
and Mason was also talking to Meg. And then anytime Madison would come out of the room with Mason, she'd go and talk to Meg about her little date.
And she knew.
And get into Meg's head.
Yeah.
And then Meg's over here like, and then she even told him, like,
well, Mason was saying the exact same thing to both of them.
He was. He's like, well, I get confused when I'm with you. And Meg's like, I'm not confused.
Yeah,
like,
you're the only one I'm talking to.
Yeah.
And he like, and then she started feeling that she was second, that she was not his number one.
Yes.
And
nobody wants to be second choice.
Nobody wants to be second choice.
The whole drama right there was because he tried to proclaim his feelings for Madison.
Mm-hmm.
Madison was like, I haven't really got this from you and it's a little too late or whatever. And she's like, I found someone else. She decided she wanted to be with Alex. And then she went and told, but you might have, because you're telling us both the same thing, me and Meg.
And Meg knew that Mason was gonna turn around and run to her, like she was number one this whole time. When she knew, that he had a different number one.
Exactly. So but then she finally like came to her senses. Was like, you know what, I'm not gonna be able to think about. I'm not gonna be able to
get over that
out of my head. That I wasn't your first choice. So
and she shouldn't, because he was. I swear to God, Mason and Madison were perfect for each other. They should have.
Well, they had a little sexual flirtation, right? We talked about that. It's like
I feel like they were on the same level. I feel like the immaturity was on the same level. Like I don't think that either of those two people were ready to get married and like start a life and a family and a future. I feel like those two really, really would have had a great like 2 weeks together.
That's probably a good point, actually. I think Alex looked very young too. I don't think he was like a baby.
He was, and he was so sweet and
so sweet. Yeah,
I was so scared she was gonna break him.
She was
a little too much. I know. He stepped back
before it was.
I feel like she was gonna hurt him. Yeah. She was gonna scare him off a little.
No, it's so sad because Mason was like, oh, as soon as Madison came in and told him like, oh, I found my person. I'm not gonna be. He's like, I think I told you the wrong thing. I was supposed to tell Meg. Like,
then he like backtracked and made it all
I shouldn't have affirmed you. I should have been giving affirmations to Meg that I regretted it as soon as I said it.
And like, I'm sorry. Stop. Madison wanted Alex to feel bad for her because Mason wasn't nice to her.
Yeah, she wanted Madison to validate her feelings. And that
he doesn't have to validate your feelings that you had for another guy. Are you serious?
No, that she was hurt.
Who cares? Of course he doesn't care.
No, he should. Well, if a guy is trying to be with me, he should care if another guy hurt my feelings.
Not your ex-boyfriend.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, even if he is your friend, it's like whose side are you on?
I think that he was so happy for himself, he just didn't give a shit about Mason. And he
almost seemed more upset for Mason than he was happy for himself. He seemed more like, well, he's a good guy. I feel bad for him. It's like, dude, whose side are you on? Do you want Madison or do you want Mason?
Yeah.
What's going on here? Who do you feel stronger for? You know, like, is your friendship with Mason stronger than your relationship with Madison?
Well, maybe.
There you go.
Looks like it might be. Actually,
maybe, yeah. But yeah, and then he went, and then when Meg got in the room and he had the flowers out, she didn't even touch him.
She's like,
anyways, because they know the roses means they're gonna get a proposal, and she's like, anyways,
yeah.
But I almost thought that she was gonna accept it for a sec because when Madison said, "Oh, you might have lost both of us," she was like, "No, why did you say that? Like, I'm gonna see him next." Like, she almost seemed like she would wanted to see how she felt and maybe still have a chance. Know. So I was like, girl, don't. But then she
then she
didn't. I was like, okay, good. Because what is happening there? So that all of that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Madison kicked herself shot herself in the foot. And I feel like Mason shot himself in the foot. And
I really thought that at least
those two should have just gone together. I mean
4 people out immediately
because
they just couldn't
get
it together.
Screwing around.
Yeah, they all just playing with each other's minds. Like, but another couple that actually was still kind of doing that same thing.
Yeah, it was
David and Lauren.
Yeah, and Molly.
But he ended up. Well, he's over here telling Molly what kind of ring she wants.
And then how happy he was that she said that his mother's ring should go to his sister.
And then she's over here walking in the room telling everybody.
And then all of a sudden, Lauren's like giving him an ultimatum.
Oh yeah, like, Lauren walked in and blamed her man. She's like, "Why am I hearing that you're telling her this? Like, what do you want?
You need to make a decision." But I just feel like she's such a. I don't know.
She claimed her man, and like, I'm not saying that it was the right man.
Yeah.
But yeah, she claimed him, and if it's to her detriment, we shall see. Because I don't trust that guy.
I don't trust that guy either. Except for I don't trust him.
I don't trust him. Like, all he talks about is how I want someone who's gonna love me for me, and not for the fact that I played baseball at University of Minnesota. It's like, I don't know how many times I heard him say that. I'm like, okay, so did you play baseball?
Was it hockey?
Weird feeling.
Was it hockey?
Like, sir, Just get over yourself. He was very into himself. And then he made it all, well, I don't want to get involved in the girl drama because...
what do you think you're causing? Like,
you're telling them the same thing.
Exactly.
You're the drama.
And they know about each other. They know that you're dating the other one.
Yeah. And then he's like, that's what I didn't want. I didn't want, like,
what the fuck did you think was going to fucking happen? You didn't think a bunch of girls are going to talk to one another?
Oh, yeah. Eventually, we also are natural detectives. So we're going to put 2 and 2 together
real
and
fast.
Figure it out.
Real fucking fast.
We don't need too much to
you don't need to give us too much information.
We don't need to hear it from the horse's mouth. We'll figure it out on our own.
Yep.
So that, sir, whatever. I can't with him. Then
I know. And that was so fast because it was like, I really thought, he flipped it really quick because I thought he was going to be with Molly. And then I thought Lauren was just being way too needy.
Like, I'm going to go get engaged. She's gonna, like, someone's going to get dumped. Like,
I know.
And
she was so sure
Lauren
of herself.
was in there for a long time, and then she was like, it's a long breakup.
And she's not crying. And she's coming out.
Well, why isn't she crying?
I know. And God, these poor girls, you guys are fighting over such a douchebag.
I know.
He's such a douchebag, and you guys are so heartbroken
over the guy that's saying, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Yeah, what the fuck?
Or you're old. Sir, you're literally older than them. What do you mean?
Oh, God, such a
gross. Anywho.
And then
makes my skin crawl.
We have Devin
and Brittany. They have so much in common. Maybe that's the issue. They have too much in common. I feel
like when she said that she dated a woman, I think that's when he was. Well, I feel like he's very Christian and might be a little more on the conservative side. And so when he heard that, it was just automatically.
Well, yeah, because he's talking about gospel music and all this stuff that he's always kind of been raised on. So yeah, that makes. I feel that actually is a good point.
Yeah, I feel like that was like put the nail in the coffin.
And I think for her too, she could sense his hesitance to it, and that's when
she knew
decided, because she's like, I don't want to be the one to.
Well, and you don't want to keep this going forever and ever and ever.
If you know it's not going to work out, then
just end it.
End it. Like rip the Band-Aid off. It's not worth it to just keep it going, especially if it's not even someone that you know.
No, you don't even know this person.
Yeah. So that I like that way that they ended their courtship. It was very respectful on both sides, and
I hope she finds what she's looking for.
Yeah, I think she could probably I think an athlete actually would be good for her.
Yeah.
But I feel like it needs to be like a big
football player. A lineman.
Right? I agree. Not necessarily basketball, but I think a football player would be good for her. You know? Make her feel really
I think the undecided her dating a woman was a little much for him.
Yeah, for sure. That was it. And then Virginia. Put some respect on Virginia's name. So sorry. I think we said Victoria in the other episodes, but it's Virginia. Beautiful. She's so girly.
She's so girly.
I swear
that is the girliest girl I've ever seen. She's so fucking girly.
She is so girly. Like even the way she her mannerisms, she's so quiet and
the big smile. She's got the beauty queen smile
and the dimples. And, you got me flowers. Oh my goodness! And she's I mean,
she's
so girly, so pretty. But I'm interested to see how that works out because I like the little picture that she painted for him as far as
their future.
Yeah, I'll be pregnant with a baby and I'll run the concession stands while you're coaching our son's team or our kids' team, and that's a beautiful
it's a picture
to or as a goal to have. So I think that they both kind of that aligned them right there. He's like, yeah, that sounds beautiful. I want to do that. And then the engagements happened in the pods. And then they have to do
and then they do it again,
give the ring
person.
And stuff. Oh my goodness.
I feel like these dresses that they're wearing, I don't know. I mean, that you're going to get proposed to. Well, I guess, I don't know. Some of these dresses they were wearing, I was like, oh, that was your choice. Okay. Because I think and if you're getting proposed to, I feel like there's pictures and obviously this is one's on camera. So I don't know. I feel like it would have been. I don't know.
No, I wonder if they brought their own, or if production brought them some to pick out, or maybe it's both. Maybe they have their own that they can choose from, and they have
production.
Also, I think we forgot about somebody. Daniel and Taylor.
Oh my god. Those two. Oh my God. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So the Christmas thing, like they are, his name is her dad's name, and they have the Christmas thing in common.
Yeah, they love Christmas. She has 4 Christmas trees in her apartment. Yeah, they're like Christmas crazy.
Yeah, and they love their families. His sister is blind.
Yes, his sister's blind.
So the whole concept of Love is Blind is like she's supportive of it because she respects it because that's kind of the way she lives her life. It's like blind.
But when she saw him.
It's always so awkward. Every single time they meet each other, I feel like it's all like, oh, I'm trying to put the name to the face or to the like close my eyes and so I can hear your voice and then I can feel like I know you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like they don't know if they can touch each other or like hold hands or like should we kiss?
So
should we hug?
Awkward. And I feel like she looked at him and was like, nope. And then, so after the next morning, she goes and claims that he's seen her before and that he follows her social media.
Yeah.
And he, poor guy, has not a fucking clue what the fuck she's talking about.
He was so patient.
Oh my gosh, he was so sweet and patient about the whole thing. And
I would have been like,
excuse me, who the fuck does she think she is? Is she like some big person out there?
Like, hold on, I'm gonna go look at my followers app. I'm gonna look at my followers app and see if I can find you. Like,
is she famous? Is she somebody I've never heard of?
Yeah, no, they gave her phone so she could even look and see, and they're not even supposed to have their phone. So she went.
Is she somebody famous? Like, why does she all of a sudden think this man is following her?
No, she probably has like a little bit of a following, but I mean,
for what?
Maybe
She's nobody.
No, literally. When I say a little bit, probably like 1,000 people, which is like not a lot. I mean, maybe it's just her friends and family. I don't know.
I was like, who the fuck does this bitch think she is?
I don't.
In real life, I'm like, oh, I think you followed me and then unfollowed me. What? Like,
yeah.
And even if he had followed you, he has no fucking idea who the fuck you are from behind in a pod. You think that he memorized? He all of a sudden that this man found you on Instagram and
he
studied your profile to have it embedded in his mind because one day he might run into you. No, bitch, who the fuck are you? You're in a pod. He has no fucking clue who you are. Like, what are you talking about? Like, is she trying to create drama? I could not figure this out.
You know what she said? She's an overthinker, and that's the one thing that I was like, you know what?
Overthinker club. Who the fuck? No, literally, like you think you're like some fucking movie star or something.
I would have freaked out too. I mean, if you had a stalker before, I get like, I would have freaked out, but I probably.
You have to put common sense in this, though.
Exactly. I wouldn't be
like... even if he did, was your friend, he never studied your fucking life. And then all of a sudden went, oh, she's in a pod. I'm going to become...
I'm surprised that they were able to squash it and move on from that, honestly,
that's a little...
I don't know if I would have been able to...
I don't know either. That was...
Even if she thought
the fact that she quite highly of herself.
But the fact that she even was able to bring it back and be like, okay, I was wrong. Okay.
You're accusing
me
of what? I don't.
Sure.
Yeah.
You were so sure and positive. And then
what exactly are you accusing me of? This is so awkward. Like, what if we were friends what if I did follow you? Like,
and he did say that. He's like, maybe I could have. I mean, it's Minneapolis, right? There's a small community and everybody knows everybody at some point, mutuals, right? So it's a small world. You never know. But
but even if they did, I don't understand,
I don't know. That's the first time I've seen that. That's the first time I've seen that happen. I was like,
would that be a big deal? Like, I just don't know. I don't know. That's super freaking weird. That whole thing was so odd. She
was concerned
for her what?
Well-being, I guess. I don't know. Maybe she really did think he was a stalker. It seems like that's what it seems like.
How would he know that? I don't know. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I think she thinks quite highly of herself.
I know you.
Maybe you're following him.
I know.
Maybe that's how you know him.
Oh my gosh. Well, I think they...
I don't know. That whole thing, I was just like, girl.
They would be able to find out once they get their phones back, right? Since they get their phones back, then they can check easily and be like, okay, where's your...
And I like how long it took her to scroll. I'm like, isn't there a search bar? You can just put somebody's name in and it pops up if your phone.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you scrolling?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, this is so traumatized.
In the followers app. She was in a separate app to see who, because
And this poor guy,
I don't even care about
I thought she just made up this whole story because she didn't want to be with him. She looked at him and said, "No, this isn't gonna work."
No,
I really thought that was why.
That's what I thought, but no, he calmed her down, and she's like, "Okay, let's go to Honduras. I guess it's fine." And I was wrong. My bad.
Jesus. And now you got to meet his family after causing all that drama.
And he was so understanding, though. So yeah, girl, keep him.
Yeah, you know what? Seriously.
I did like her dress, though.
I loved her dress,
the green velvet with the bows. So I did like that. Pretty. It was very flattering. I think I liked the color of the pink dress that Lauren was wearing. That was pretty.
Okay.
I was like, this color. Shannon loves pink.
I do.
She was the hugest pink lover. You don't understand.
It's okay. We'll get there. We're working on it.
We're working on it.
Self-improvement. We're working on it.
Baby steps. Baby steps. All right. So is that gonna get us caught up on 5 and 6?
I think that's probably caught up. Yeah, because then now I think they're going to Mexico.
Yeah, they're gonna go to Honduras.
Oh, Honduras. Sorry.
Yeah. They used to be going to Mexico only. I guess they switched it up this year.
Tropics, great.
Tropics, anything tropical was fine. So it was 10 days in the pods.
Okay.
And then they're gonna have, I think, a week
together.
Yeah, in Honduras.
So when they go together, they don't see the other couples then?
They will. Yeah.
Oh, they will eventually.
Okay. Yeah, with the other couples. But again, only the people who got engaged.
Yeah. All those people are.
Yeah.
Everybody who's left is gone.
Exactly. And then once they go back home, then they'll probably end up running into the other people in the pods.
Oh, I love it.
That's going to be so messy.
I love that so much.
It's going to be so bad.
So awkward.
Definitely awkward. Oh my God. So awkward. It's always awkward. I love watching train wrecks like that. So that will be our next episode. We'll go into 7 and 8. And then hopefully we'll get caught up enough to... catch up with the weddings and see who actually says I do or I don't.
So sometimes people say I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They break it off. They're like get cold. Do they get cold?
They'll literally just walk and like they'll
be walking.
They get ready. They have a full wedding day.
No,
everyone shows up.
No, they don't do it before the wedding.
No.
Oh, to get left at the altar.
Yes.
Oh, yes. So messy. So messy. I love it.
Oh, all right. So that's going to be so good. Stick with us for that. Please.
Yes.
Now that they're finally engaged, now we can get really into the nitty gritty.
Oh, yeah. Because now they're going to start really getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm. And the guards will start to come down and the little cracks will start to show. They won't be so picture perfect anymore. They can't just sell themselves on. Oh my God. Were you ever on the party line?
Like where you call in and there's a whole bunch of people on the line.
Yes, that's the only thing that I can think of that's similar to this. So there was Brock and Martyr.
Yes, you could call a phone number and everybody could call.
Yes, there was a phone number. You got your own little like a voicemail box that you could leave a voicemail like, "What's up? You reached Yvette, leave a line and call me." Like, you know what I mean? Like literally just a party line.
Barely remember that, but yeah.
And you could just hit people up and just talk and they're strangers. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know these. No, at all.
No. Why was that?
How's that safe? It's so insane.
I don't know why that even became a thing, but it was.
It was.
I wish I remembered the number because it would be epic to see if we could still catch, if it's still up and running. I
feel like that's back when there were phone booths.
Yeah.
Payphone days.
Oh yeah, and pagers and stuff. You know what I mean? Beat my line. So bad. Anyway, it totally dawned on me the other day when I was watching. I was like, oh my God, that's the only thing that I can think of. It's just meeting random people that you never know. Anywho.
Yeah, but you're not agreeing to marry those people.
This is true.
Jesus.
We're not getting engaged over
We're not getting engaged.
Anyway, okay, so moving on, I just want to do a little quick reality recap at the bit of Bravo. I don't want to go too deep because unless you're actually already in the Bravo-verse, it's too overwhelming. I look like Charlie Day with the graphs and stuff and trying to point at this because it's so incestuous. But right now, what the big topic for me at least is Real Houses of Potomac karenhuger, 62 years old, who had a DUI this past season,
the one who did
and she said no to a plea deal. Her lawyers knew about footage that came out where she was talking about how this would never touch her. She knows Andy Cohen. all of these things, and they thought that they could get the footage.
Don't you know who I am?
Yes.
Oh,
don't you know who I am? She thinks she's somebody, okay? So she tried to pull that, and that's all over the body cam, and apparently she claims that she didn't see the footage. But the lawyers literally tried to get the footage taken out. So legal advice was terrible. She could have taken a 6-month plea deal.
You think Bravo would have helped out with that?
Oh, no. Andy's like,
stepping back.
That's not me.
That's too messy.
I wasn't driving. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't there. So, but she could have gotten a 6-month plea deal of house arrest.
Oh my God. And she didn't take that?
She didn't take it. So now she got sentenced, and she kept pushing it and pushing it. She finally got sentenced on the 26th of February, and they gave her 2 years of prison, 1 year suspended, but immediately took her in.
How fucking stupid.
62 years old.
Oh, girl. You thought you were bigger than you were, didn't you?
And this is not her first DUI. Like,
well, the girl, you know what? Quit fucking drinking and driving. You have enough money. Call an Uber.
I know her husband even got a paid driver, like, for her to, like, take her around, apparently, like, because of her DUI that she had years ago. So, girl, no,
you have no excuse. No excuses.
So, I mean, everyone's pretty disappointed. I mean,
yeah, that's pretty disappointing. It's embarrassing. On top of that, you are too old to be fucking around like that.
Could you imagine? Oh,
no, you're fucking embarrassing.
No, no. So that I mean, I know they'll probably like shorten it, you know, but still a year, even though it's like,
yes, and it's
still a lot for a woman of her age.
Mm-hmm.
So
it is.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be a bougie prison, and she can go hang out with Jen Shah, which is another person from the Bravoverse, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, who's serving time because she was caught, like basically stealing money, like racketeering or whatever, like taking money from, is that what it's called? I don't know, from old people.
Oh,
like the very like vulnerable, taking money from them.
Yeah. It's saying invest in this. Well, double your profit.
Yeah, so she got in trouble, and so she's in jail right now.
Oh,
so
aren't these women special?
Just because you're on TV. A reality show doesn't mean that you're exempt from justice or from getting in trouble
or being
like, hello,
a decent human being.
Oh Lord. Anyway, so that's that. Then so I told you a little bit about like Southern Charm and Summer House. Lindsay and Carl were engaged the last season. They broke off their wedding a month before.
She got pregnant with another.
She's now pregnant with another guy, and this guy is celibate and has not had sex with anybody since he's been with Lindsay.
Is it because he wants to be with her?
No, he just hasn't.
He's scared? She fucking scared him?
Dude, I think she like totally like
traumatized him?
Yeah, he was terrified of her.
And now he's having a baby with her.
No. Not that guy. Carl.
Oh.
Her ex is the one that's celibate. That is not that like.
The one. Okay, she was going to get married.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So he's like just trying to dip his toe back in. And apparently, I mean, they actually are getting along. But again, I think it's because he's terrified of her. Like, she's really throwing the pregnancy in his face. She did like a whole gender reveal thing, and like, she's not hiding it. And so that Carl is like very like mild mannered for the most part. He's also like on his like sober journey. So he's like,
he's bettering himself.
Yeah. So he's just trying to like just be chill and stay out of the drama, I guess. But that was just, I didn't realize that he was celibate. So I hope that he got back on the wagon as far as
not being celibate.
Poor guy. He needs that. And then, I don't even like to really talk about too much about the Kardashians.
I don't really love the Kardashians either, but
there was a little bit of a rumor going around about Mason Disick having a child.
Yes, I guess somebody created I don't know, is it an Instagram account?
I believe it's and they're saying that it's a fake Instagram.
Yeah, they're saying it's a fake, and it's Mason posting pictures of his 1-year-old, that he has a 1-year-old.
Yeah, that's what they're trying to say. And then everyone's in the comments like, Kourtney will allow anything but gluten.
Yeah. Anything but gluten. And sugar.
And sugar, yes, exactly. So, I mean, and she did come out and say, these are, rumors about minor. That's not okay. You guys are even talking about him. They're false. Whatever. But, just.
That was something we read.
That was something that we saw on social. So we're going to talk about it real quick. And then we'll move on.
I doubt it. I feel like if somebody had Mason Disick's baby, that everybody would know.
Yeah, I don't feel
that person would be.
Yeah. That there would. Yeah, would not, I don't think that would be a well kept secret.
No.
Yeah, I agree. And there would be like, I feel unless they paid off the people really good.
Yeah.
But,
no.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's too big of a secret to be
I don't
kept.
think so. So, yeah. Good luck, Mason.
Yeah.
Hope it didn't cause too much drama.
Yeah, hope it didn't cause too much stress for you. But I mean, look at your family. I'm sure you're okay.
Yeah. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I ain't got it.
Yeah. Right. Oh my goodness. Have you ever done Randonautica?
No, I've never heard of Randonautica.
So Randonautica is an app, and basically what you do is you put in like a color or an idea, or like somewhere like take me here, or you can just put a random.
Take me in, like take me to a color.
Yeah, take me to an adventure. Like take me to a random place, or like, and you just show like how far away you're trying to go from where your location is, and it will take you to really creepy places or places that actually align with what you're looking for. So I remember one time I did it with the kids and my whole family, and we were looking for something purple just randomly, and we ended up going to the location that it took us to, and we saw a purple flag from someone's house.
Oh,
it was really creepy.
It's kind of creepy.
Right away, one of my kids was like, "I don't like this."
I don't like
and I think that was the last time I did it. I was like, "Okay, yeah, it's
a little creepy."
That's definitely. There's been a lot of Randonautica stories coming out lately, so maybe we'll talk about that in the next one.
I'll have to look that up.
It's kind of like,
I don't want to do it.
Fuck around and find out. Yeah, that's basically what it is.
Yeah,
like,
I'll totally read other people's though.
Yeah, we don't need to.
No, I don't need to do that.
But
it's a little too creepy for me.
It's a little too creep. We can keep the creep to the Reddit stories.
Exactly. So speaking of Reddit stories, so I found. So this one's kind of funny. I haven't read the whole thing. I've only gotten partway through it. So This is a first for both of us, or all of us. So it starts, my husband has been secretly role-playing as a cat online for 3 years. Should I divorce or become his rival?
Oh, or become his rival?
Become his rival. Okay, I, 27 female, just found out that my husband, 30 male, has been pretending to be a cat online for 3 years, and I don't know what to do. Okay, so I'm literally shaking while typing this. My husband and I have been married for 5 years, together for 7. He has always been kind of quirky. Like he talks to our cat in full sentences, but I thought it was just cute or whatever. I talk to my animals, I feel like, in full sentences.
Yeah, you understand.
Last night, I was using his laptop because mine died, and I noticed his Reddit was still logged in. I know, I shouldn't have snooped, but something told me to look. Y'all, this grown man has been running a whole ass cat roleplay account for 3 years. He writes in first person as a cat, like, human forgot to feed me today. Vengeance will be swift. Time to knock glass from high place.
Okay, so many questions.
But that's not even the worst part. He's popular, like top posts, awards, thousands of followers. People genuinely think he's a cat. He has internet friends that think that they're talking to some sassy British short-haired named Mr. Whiskers. He gets into fights with other cat accounts about territory and kibble brands. I went into a rabbit hole, and this man has full-fledged cat nemesis named Sir Pounce-A-Lot. They have beef. There's literally fan fiction of their rivalry in comments. When I confront him, he just sighed and went, "You weren't supposed to find out like this."
What?
Like, find out what, sir? That I married Warrior Cat's fanatic roleplay Tumblr in human form? So.
Okay, I have so many questions. I when I first heard that, thought maybe he was role playing like as in like getting dressed up like a cat.
Uh-huh.
Or he was like just dressed like a normal man and just
walking
acting
around
like a cat.
Okay, so hold on, I'm not done. So
okay.
I don't know what to do. He's the love of my life, but I can't look at him without imagining him typing out meow. The humans have displeased me once again. Do I divorce him? Do I make an account and become his rival? How do I move forward from this?
Oh my!
I don't know. I think if you
knew he was quirky.
Yeah, you said quirky.
You knew
how I know how quirky is quirky, but if you're not too bothered by it, I would play along. I think it's fucking funny.
That's actually hilarious. Like that just if it's just like posts, like whatever. Who cares? That's funny. Like
it is funny.
The territory and the kibble fights. That's
I know you're having kibble fights. Like, I mean, would you rather him be meeting other women online? Like, if this is the worst thing he's doing online, girl.
Yeah. Honestly, I would.
He could be doing way worse.
I feel like I would be impressed. Like, wow. Good for
God,
you.
And look at you. Look at all your friends.
You got a lot of followers.
Yeah, you love followers. I know. Got a lot of followers. You're a cat.
Let me see if I can get daddy. Oh, does he get paid? I
don't know. Do you get paid for Reddit?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, especially if he's getting paid, I'd be like, I mean, what's the problem? There's no issue.
No.
Moving on.
Exactly. I mean, as long as he's sharing the wealth.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'll follow and be your top supporter.
Fuck.
Meow, meow, meow.
Meow, meow. I know.
But why does she want to be his rival?
I know. Maybe he's girlfriends. That might make it not fun
So
anymore.
what? She wants to make her own cat account?
I don't know.
And be
a cat too.
A cat personality?
I guess.
Is this what it's like to not have kids?
I don't know.
You just have so much time on your hands
you
that
get
you
to be
can
a cat.
just role play as a cat online.
Knocked the vase off the shelf.
Time to poop on the floor.
Humans will pay.
I will swipe this litter all over the floor, so help me.
Yeah, fuck. This is what we've become. Shit.
Well,
okay, well, on the animal topic, I have another one.
Ooh.
Okay. My wife left me 4 frogs.
Sorry, what?
Don't know yet. Hey, I'm a 35-year-old male. Never thought I'd be writing one of these posts, but here we are. My marriage is falling apart, and the other man isn't even a man. It's a frog. Well, actually, a whole army of them. Oh. My wife, Sandra, 25, female, recently discovered her new passion, frogs. At first, I thought, cool, quirky hobby. What? You and you quirky-ass fucking people!
Quirky? I mean, you're making a word a dirty word.
Yeah,
now.
A really weird word.
Kind of creepy.
She started watching frog documentaries, following frog meme pages, even buying little frog figurines. No big deal. Then she started going out a lot. At first, I thought she was meeting friends, maybe a secret book club. Nope. She was in the woods, taking photos of frogs. Hours and hours just crouching near ponds. I tried to be supportive. I really did. I went with her once. She shushed me for breathing too loud. Then I stepped on a twig and she looked at me like I had personally insulted her ancestors. Last week, I tried to plan a nice dinner. She declined because it's peak frog activity time.
What?
I checked her phone, not for cheating, no. Just to see if she had any conversations that weren't about frogs. Nope. Just group chat called Rabbit Enthusiasts, where people discuss toad migration.
Ribbit enthusiasts?
Ribbit.
Ribbit enthusiasts?
Ribbit enthusiasts, where people discuss toad migration patterns. She came home last night with a custom frog-shaped backpack. I told her, Sandra, I feel like you love frogs more than me. She looked me dead in the eyes and said, that's an unfair comparison. I hope the frog phase will end someday.
Oh. I mean, I wonder if it's like, you know how like ADHDers, we get like obsessive about something.
Like little thing for a little bit and then
we're over it. So like maybe just hold out a little bit longer.
Like it's her little phase.
Maybe get her into a different phase.
I know. Frogs are cute.
Is there a way that they can like get a pet frog or something?
Oh, so she can have her own to take care of at home?
Yeah. And then she can just obsess with it there. Like that's
because you can go to the pet store and buy a frog.
Yeah. It's just such a weird,
random and I hope it doesn't ruin your marriage. That's
also sad. Warts. Like
warty frogs?
Wart frog. Like, yeah, you get warts from... I used to, like, get warts from catching frogs when I was little.
What?
Yeah, I had to get them frozen off.
Are you sure?
I promise you. I also was catching them in the wash, so that might have...
yeah, the bacteria in the wash.
That's all. But I had fun.
I caught a bunch of frogs.
I caught a bunch of frogs.
Oh, I feel bad for that.
I mean,
I think you need to distract her with something else.
Yeah, or maybe
she'll get over it.
Dive in and take her on like a frog adventure, like safari, yeah, like or a frog cruise, some kind of frog themed vacation. You know, like on a frog road trip. We'll just go to all the frog places.
Are there a lot of frog places? I don't know.
I don't know, but there's like a lot of like random dinosaur things.
Yeah,
like, you never know.
There could be frog things too.
There could be frog things. There's a giant thing of rubber bands.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, everybody's got
something for everybody. I say just hold out a little bit.
I know. I think it's like one of the ADHD things where like you're obsessed for a little bit and then you
just let the phase run its course.
Yeah, the phase will run its course.
Be supportive and stay out of the way and find your own hobby.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe you'll find a frog you love.
Yes. Or a toad.
A toad. Or a toad.
Or a salamander or whatever amphibian floats your boat.
Oh
my goodness. That was
interesting.
That was quirky.
That was quirky. Yes, quirky.
That was a quirky little episode.
That apparently is the word of the day.
Word of the day. Quirky. I wonder if I can get a graphic.
Quirky.
All right.
Okay.
That's going to do for this week's episode of Sugar Spice and Bad Advice. Just remember, we're not experts, but we're definitely entertaining.
So take our advice with a grain of salt and maybe a shot of tequila. Until next time, stay spicy. Bye.